Travis goes, how many wins do you see going into the rest of the season? I kind of gave it away, Travis, at the beginning of the episode when I said I see a 7-10, maybe 8-9 team if they can get their you-know-what together. And that would mean Teddy Bridgewater actually not quitting on the team, Vic Fangio actually coaching to his potential, Pat Shurmur being in the year 2021, so on, so on, so on. If they can do that, they can make maybe a late season playoff push, but I'm judging the Broncos based on what I saw last. And what I saw last is a team that doesn't want to play for its head coach, like you said, doesn't have it at quarterback, doesn't have it at some spots, injury riddled. They just, I've lost all my optimism. I've lost all hope in picking them to win games going forward. They've burned me too much. So right now I'm not feeling too optimistic. I would say 7-10, gun to my
Zach,
head.
I like to say we're in the shame on me phase of this relationship.
Already?
We're in the if fool me once, fool me 5 times, shame on me.
Yeah.
I look at the rest of the schedule. All right, let's just run through it real quick and then we'll get out of here. Chargers, no. Loss. At Kansas City, no. Loss. Detroit Lions at home. Yeah, there's a win. Maybe. But I'm going to say yeah. Bengals, no. I don't think so. That you don't match up with the AFC North teams worth a darn. And I said that at the beginning. They are beating you in the line of scrimmage, and the Bengals are playing pretty good football right now.
Yep.
At Raiders, there's your swing game to get your 2. That's the one. If you're going to get to 7 wins, that's the one, because you're not going to win the next week at Chargers, and you're not going to win versus Chiefs. So I would say 1.5.
Yeah, I'm right there with you.
Like I said, we're in the full shame on me phase of this relationship, and until they show, and they haven't for a while, that they want to go out and play,
right?
Who do you pick them to beat except Detroit, who's going for the number 1 pick?
Or maybe a random game they get up for, like Kansas City or the Chargers. But the Bengals,
and you hope it's like, it could be Week 17. The Chiefs may have it locked up. If the Chiefs don't have anything to play for, and they've already got their seeding locked up right now, but that could be a game where they're playing for a bye, or they're playing for home field throughout the entire playoffs. They're not losing that game.
Also playing to beat their bitter rival. They don't want to ever lose to them and end that streak as well. So, yeah, I mean, maybe 8 wins. If they have a miracle, maybe 9 wins, and they would vie for a wild card. But as of right now, that Philly loss.
It's 5-5. You're going to get 4 out of that?
I don't think so.
I have trouble seeing 2.
After the Philly loss, that destroyed what little confidence I had coming off that Dallas victory, which proved to be a mirage, an outlier, the exception, not the rule. So, Travis, great question. I love pondering this kind of thing. I don't see many wins in the Broncos' future. And it seemed like the Bengals, for example, they would be a joke a year ago, but they just beat the doors off the Raiders. And the Raiders swept the Broncos last year. So nothing is going to be easy. Even Detroit with Dan Campbell is going to be a challenge for the Broncos. So, yeah, I 7-10, 8-9.
Cincinnati's 6-4.
Playing good football.
I mean, they did lose to the Jets, so they're obviously beatable, and that was a road game. So at Jets, they lost, and they got crushed by the Browns, but then they just went to Las Vegas and killed them. So, yeah, I think a split. So I'll go 2. A split Raiders-Bengals. You beat the Lions, split with Raiders and Bengals, depending on who decides to show up that day. 2 more wins, 7-10.